So Dynamite is tonight. Sorry about the delay. I definitely didn't fall asleep. No, definitely didn't fall asleep at all. Before I made this video, sorry about that. So yeah, the card. I don't know if the card's fully announced. They haven't done the full card graphic, but they've announced at least 5 things. So there's a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. So the first thing to talk about we have is a tag match between Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy, now actually known as the Conglomeration, which is pretty cool, versus the Dogs, which is David Finlay and Clark Connors. Going into it, I'm not really happy that it's David Finlay in the tag match. I don't think that works. I feel like it should be Gabe Kidd and Clark, and then David Finlay be the singles guy of the Dogs, but whatever. So on Revolution, obviously the Dogs lost, which was fucking stupid as a trio. But as a tag match, I think they got to win here. I think to save their presentation, it has to be a Dogs win. I don't know if this has an interference with Gabe or not. I don't know if Kyle's, even in there to come back, whatever. I think this is definitely going to be a Dogs win. Even if they want to try and incorporate Briscoe in there, because that's obviously him and Gabe Kidd have got history. But I think overall, I think the Dogs got to win. Roddy and Cassidy, I'm happy to see a bit more of. I like them too as a tag. I think that works, and it's an interesting little story. But furthermore, I think as a match, this will be good. I don't really know what to expect. I think it will be a Gabe Kidd finish more than I think about it. But overall, I hope this clearly seems like it's building a story again for Roddy, Cassidy, and obviously the Dogs. So I feel like that's the most interesting part here. The match itself will be great, but the story's still getting built. So for me, it's got to be a Dogs win. I'm happy to see more Clark Connors. Obviously, I'm a big Clark Connors guy. I think he's really good. And David Finlay, I want to see more of. I just think it should be a singles for David Finlay, personally. But either way, this will be fun. Again, who doesn't love Orange Cassidy? Who doesn't love Roderick Strong? So there's your reasons. But I think the Dogs will win this one. I hope they do anyway, fucking Christ. After that, we actually have our singles match, which is between Darby Allin, who recently made his claim for the AEW Championship after he beat Gabe Kidd in a coffin match last week. This is Rush El Toro El Blanco. Oh my god, what a wrestler. Darby's gonna win here, but Jesus, I would kill for Rush to win here. This is all because of Max taking and hiring Rush to basically get to basically beat the shit out of Darby. Essentially, he doesn't want to deal with Darby at all in the world title project. Good, but as a match, I mean, this will be great because purely Darby is going to be able to sell his fucking ass off and become that underdog again, which is better than the nonsense he's had for a while. And Rush is just excellent. Rush is an asshole in person, apparently. But as an actual wrestler, I mean, Jesus, he's unbelievable. He really is. I love him. He's very Shibata-like in the sense of he's so aggressive, he's so chaotic, but so fucking good. The Bull is a perfect example for the guy. But overall, I am looking forward to this. I think it'll be very much it'll get Darby as an underdog very, very quickly, and that's what you want. But I don't know if this is the match where Max makes an appearance or not. But either way, we'll talk about that in another segment. This match, I'm looking forward to a lot. This is a solid TV match. It'll build the Darby stuff that you want going on, which he doesn't want to let die. But as an actual match as well, I think it'll deliver. I think this will be really, really fun. Honestly, I do. After this, we actually got our AEW Women's World title match between AEW World Champion Tekla versus Mina Shirakawa. I really am looking forward to this. Obviously, ladies have history in Stardom, pre-AEW times. I'm a big fan of what Tekla's been doing. I think she needs more respect from AEW herself, frankly. And then Mina Shirakawa's been great. I assume they're going to tie this into more of what's happened with Tony. The hair made the mystery. Maybe she even makes an appearance. You never know. Not even in ring, but just makes an appearance. But either way, I think it'll actually be I think this will be fun because I've not watched so much of Joshi wrestling. I've tried, and it's not that I haven't attempted to. It's just I don't keep up with the modern stuff. I always try and go back to watch these classic matches. And Joshi wrestling's been behind on my list, frankly. But what I've seen, it's great. Tekla, I adore in ring. This is the thing with Tekla and Stat. It's Tekla and Mina. I've seen a lot of them. I've seen them both really go up against, Goliaths-esque. This is very good because they're both going up against, they're very more similar, smaller women. more based around their particular styles. This, honestly, even though we've got an unbelievable match as the main event, this could even be match of the night itself. It's a ridiculous match. I don't want people to sleep on this match. People know of Stardom and Joshi Wrestling as a whole. This could fuck. This could really fuck. And honestly, I think Tekla wins. I'd hope Tekla wins, but I hope this builds something a bit more. But either way, I'm a big fan of whatever this match is going to be like. I think it'll be excellent. Tekla, again, I'm a big fan of. This match works for me. This is a great match. Honestly, don't sleep on this. This could be excellent. So after this, we actually have we'll hear from, or MJF returns type of segment. So we don't know what this will be. I assume it's going to be, so with the main event being we'll talk about the main event next. Max will obviously have to, set up his Dynasty opponent, which Dynasty isn't far away. I don't know if they're going to do it after Darby. If he beats, Roosh, that could be always interesting. I feel like that could make sense. Darby beats Roosh and Max just comes out straight away. You could have Max call out someone else. You could Max, obviously the number one contenders there with the main event. So either way, I think this is definitely, Max is going to come out after a match, I feel, but I think you'll get another little MJF segment, probably with the Don Callis family again, because they're trying to build that thing again. But I think that'll definitely be the way. Honestly, I wouldn't even be, but again, I think they should give him a promo. I think they should, a proper promo segment, and then have him interrupt the segments after it, because everything Max has been doing recently has been genuine gold. Like, I'm a big MJF guy anyway, so, always going to be, but Jesus, I really will give him his own segment here. This could be incredible, honestly. Whatever they set up for Dynasty, for me, I got the number one contender and Darby there, so it's going to be one of those. I'd be doing Andrade as soon as I fucking could. That's the feud to make. But either way, whatever they do, I'm excited for. I fucking love this. But after that, actually, we have our main event of the evening. We have Swerve Strickland versus Kenny Omega 2, which their first match was a classic a few weeks back. And again on Dynamite for free. But this one is different. Swerve is the number one contender. He's putting his number one contendership on the line against Kenny Omega's EVP status. Now, so this isn't like the Bucks match at all with Ospreay, with Swerve, that he previously had, where when he beat the Bucks, he just basically got rid of their EVP status. This is to become an EVP himself for Swerve. Now, I feel this match will be, obviously we all know how good this match will be. Honestly, give it the 60. I don't give a fuck. Give this match the 60. This could work. But this is the hard one to call because it's so tight. Because the way they're building Swerve, I feel it'd be silly if you had him lose here. But then you forget that it's Kenny. So Kenny can do, what I mean? It's not a knock losing to Kenny Omega. I would have Kenny win to make it even 1v1-on-1. Like, that makes sense. Because if you have it 0-2, it just doesn't feel right for me. But as an actual match, I mean, Jesus, what you expect? This is going to be a fucking barn burner. Like I said, the Tekla and Mina is going to be a phenomenal match too. This should be better. This is incredible. This is the previous experience of their previous match was excellent too. This could be incredible. It really could. I think Kenny wins. I do. I think Kenny wins. And Swerve either costs Kenny his match in Dynasty or whatever they do. I think obviously Max will have an opinion and, show it or even watch it, see how he did with Moxley. But I think this is definitely a good, this is going to be a great match. It probably will main event, but Jesus, I wouldn't be surprised if this opened. This is reminds me of Max versus Ospreay like a year or two ago. So that's what it feels like. And honestly, in a good way. This is a hype. I'm hyped for this match a lot. This will be excellent. And definitely the thing to build around up, as they should. I think Kenny gets the win. And even though that's the least interesting option, obviously Kenny versus Max feels like it feels like that should be, if they're going to build that, should be all in at this point. But is it a match? I mean, and obviously the EVP status. Swerve as an EVP could just be that's good. Because the thing is, if you do that, you could tie Hangman getting his world title back with Swerve. But I don't know. I feel like this could go either way. It really is a tight one to call. But I just think you don't want to have Kenny be 0-2. Surely not. So that's what gets me. But either way, this match and everything about it, really interesting, really cool. Fuck with it heavy. So yeah, that's everything that's confirmed for Dynamite at this point. I'm sorry for the low energy. I have just woken up and I'm going to be editing this and going to bed to get up early for the show. Anything else? I feel like with Drew and Moxley match, it's not Dynamite, well, it's a John Moxley match, whatever the aspect it is. Anything else? I mean, I'd like to see more of the Don Callis family. I'd like to see Takeshita on Dynamite. We haven't seen Takeshita since, I don't know, ever since the Moxley match, frankly, it feels like. So I would like to see Takeshita, well, in a Dynamite promo. We've seen him on the Trios match. Obviously, Josh Alexander's out. R.I.P. I'm fucking devastated about that, to be honest. Mystico, probably. I don't know, honestly, whatever they do. Give me something for Andrade, too, by the way, because there's been a few little Don Callis little things. I feel like, give me Andrade. Just give me something to do with Andrade. Even Andrade Max face-to-face, I don't care. You need to give me something with Andrade. I'm all about the guy. Just give me an update on a few things, do you know what I mean? A few people I'd like to see. That's the main thing. But the Moxley match is probably the main thing. I don't know who they give him. I don't know who the hell could you give Moxley at this point. He's got to go up against Will. So, I mean, Will's friends with basically everyone, you know what I mean? So, there's loads of people to give. But either way, Moxley feels very natural. And obviously, I assume you'll see Will Ospreay too. But Ospreay and Moxley feels very necessary to have the match, 100%. So yeah, that's my preview for Dynamite tonight. Again, sorry about the lower energy. I'm just woken up, realised I haven't made one. And then I'm going to go back to sleep because I've got to get early for the show. What do you think of the show? What do you think is going to happen in Kenny and Swerve? That's the main talking point. But either way, the card looks great. And Jesus, that Tekla versus Mina, don't sleep on that match. But Kenny versus Swerve, Jesus, how could you not be excited?